Last week in my marriage update video, I highlighted some of the very serious implications for the freedoms we hold dear in our country if we were to redefine marriage. Since that time, I have been asked a couple of questions. The first is this: why is it important for all Australians to have our say? Why don't we simply approve of Parliament voting on the issue? Do you realise that since 2004, some 22 bills have been introduced into the federal parliament seeking to redefine marriage, and that on at least 4 occasions those bills have come to a vote? 3 times in the Senate in 2010, 2012 and 2013, and once in the House of Representatives in 2012. And on each of those 4 occasions, Parliament has voted to retain the existing definition of marriage. Why the issue? Because the LGBT lobby, those who advocate change, have not wanted to accept Parliament's vote. They only want to accept a vote with which they agree. It really is time for all Australians to have our say. And what about specific examples of the threats to freedom? In England, Catholic adoption agencies have closed rather than being forced to place children with same-sex couples against their conscience. In addition, only a couple of months ago, a Jewish Orthodox girls' school failed its official departmental inspection for failing, in their view, in the department's view, to adequately teach LGBT issues, which the department inspectors referred to as fundamental British values. That's right, LGBT issues are now regarded in British education system as being fundamental values. Let me talk about the example of Richard Page. Richard Page is a Christian magistrate who was disciplined by a cabinet minister and by England's highest judge for saying that a child's best interests lie in being raised by a mother and a father. He didn't make that comment in open court. He made that comment in a closed situation amongst a couple of other magistrates, and one of those magistrates referred him, as a result of which he has been sanctioned. What about Felix Ngola? Felix is a Christian student who has been removed from his university social work course after he made comments on his personal Facebook page in support of biblical teaching on marriage and sexual ethics. You know what he was told? He was told that by posting his comments on Facebook, he may have caused offence to some individuals and had transgressed boundaries which are not deemed appropriate for someone entering the social work profession. Not just that he was removed from a job, he was removed from a university course, saying that he was not suitable to be trained in such a field. Teresa Davis, a registrar with Islington Borough Council, was demoted from her job because of her refusal to preside over civil partnership ceremonies. You know, it's got to the point that British former Lord Chief Justice Lord Woolf has stated that the country's judiciary have gone too far in curbing the rights of Christians to demonstrate their faith at work. Don't let what has happened in Britain happen here in Australia. Vote no to preserve and protect marriage.